Happy New Year's, guys. Happy 2023. And with a new year, why not start something new? Now, the universe did tell me to jump back onto the World Wide Web. So I thought, let's reignite this YouTube channel and, start something new and fresh. Now, given that it's Monday, I want to start a Monday program, and I'm going to call it Monday Mind Feel. Just a little something where I'll probably pull one card from a tarot or oracle deck, see what messages I can get for the collective or maybe for the select few. And after that, I'll get into a discussion about what this one card I might pull out makes me want to share and philosophize with you. Philosophize? Philosophize. Philosophize. I'm not sure. But either way, I hope to do this every Monday, and it's a good way to get things started. So other than that, let us get started. I'm going to use the deep, dark, and dangerous oracle. I know it's pretty deep, dark, and dangerous, but I thought, we might as well jump into the deep end, starting for our 2023. Now let us get our one card. Hopefully I get a message for the collective. Maybe. If not, we'll just make sense and grow with whatever messages come through to me. All right, universe, give us something good to start the first episode of this program. Should I call it episode? I don't know. I make it feel like, I already got a whole program running, and, well, I did say I'd probably do it every day for this year. So yeah, we can call it episode. This is week 1. Oops, let me cut this deck. You know what? I think I did cut the deck. Now let's see what we have. Oh damn, what's that? Oh, the Minotaur. Compassion. Look, I know it's a bit stubborn, but I don't want to look up what the booklet says. I just want to see what messages I get from this. Apparently this is a deep card. And if we consider compassion, it's like, damn. I think I remember the story of the Minotaur. Wait, hold on, man. Focus. I think I remember the story of the Minotaur of some dude. And was he in love with someone? I forgot. Or like he was supposed to marry someone and then he got vanquished to now protect this labyrinth. Or maybe... No, what was it? Something happened with Medusa. Or, no, was it Medusa? Damn, I need to get back into my, what is it? Ancient Greek mythology and lore. I think it was Medusa. Nah, look, you know what? I'm ruining it. But the card we have is number 17. Minotaur. Compassion. Well, off the bat, the picture, it's a tough brute dude. But if this would focus and it would show, man, that bullhead, that looks sad and lonely. And look, there's a chick and, her face is covered back there. That's kind of also making me sad. Is this the way we're supposed to start 2023, being sad? No, we're not going to be sad because we're going to show compassion. Compassion's a very strong word. It's more than just passion. It's compassion. And if anything, compassion is one of the things that will help to save this world. We don't get enough of that compassion nowadays. It's almost as if humanity has forgotten the value of compassion, the goodness of compassion, the goodness you feel inside when you give compassion. It's almost like going out of your way to help another or to understand another, and yeah, it's going out of your way for another person, especially when you feel that, you know, you could help them get back on the proper footing. Is that what happened to the Minotaur? Did this brute beast sanctioned to protect some labyrinth? Was he sanctioned? I don't know. I feel like it was a punishment. I'm pretty sure he wasn't a Minotaur back in the day. Is that why we should give him compassion? You see, when we see other people out there, like for example, oh, look at that. This is a bad example, but it's also a very relatable example. Oh, look at that ticket inspector. You know, he's gonna check if my car is still valid to be parked in this parking bay. Or look at that ticket inspector checking if I have a valid train ticket. You know, like straight away we think, oh, assholes, brutes. But they're just doing their jobs. They are just fulfilling their duties. And with a duty that was created, such as ticket inspecting, it's to manage chaos. It's to bring order to chaos. We can be angry that people are dutied with such roles, but at the same time, they're just doing what they need to get paid, to get to fulfill their jobs. Sometimes we need to give a bit of compassion. Maybe this Minotaur wasn't supposed to be stuck in this labyrinth. He was stuck in a labyrinth, right? Maybe he wasn't supposed to be stuck in this labyrinth to, you know, protect and safeguard whoever it was. What was the Minotaur protecting? I don't know, but I just remember, look, this big brute dude, look, he's got like muscle. He's got a bit of physique, you know, he's alright. And I think he's protecting this chick. He's protecting the chick from someone or from the world. You know, sadly, that's what happens to the most beautiful of our world's treasures. We lock them away so that the rest of the world cannot tarnish it. That's the role of the Minotaur. The Minotaur is protecting this treasure so that us unclean, chaotic, regular civilians and creatures of the world don't tarnish the beauty that lays within the labyrinth. Of course, you know, here in the world, you know, everyone deserves a chance to witness beautiful things. Oh, and then you get deeper into the idea like, oh, wait, why is a beautiful treasure in the world being contained? Why is it that someone decided to capture and imprison this beauty? If anything, that's a bit greedy. Who are these select few that have permission to marvel at this beauty? And why is it the rest of the world is forbidden and blocked out from seeing this treasure? Maybe the Minotaur doesn't even want to, you know, stop everyone from witnessing this treasure. Maybe the Minotaur's like, oh man, if I don't, you know, protect what's her face, I'm going to get my ass killed again. Or maybe his family, you know, they're going to starve to death if he doesn't, you know, bring in that moolah. I don't know the situation. We don't know many people's situations. That's the thing. See, we don't understand. At first glance, we see a beast. At first interaction, probably when he sees you, you know, he might size up to you, possibly charge at you. whatever. But he's putting on a menacing, persona and presence for a reason. And that's that first engagement, that first interaction we get. But we really don't understand. Can we then just have compassion? Or does the idea of compassion compel us to maybe stop for a second and have a second thought? Many out there don't believe that others are born evil, or others are born to harm and kill. Of course, there's the nature and the laws of, prey and predator and all that. But that's a dude trapped in a maze. He wasn't born to be trapped in a maze and all that, man. If anything, he's confused. He hasn't had enough social interactions to, learn like, hey, some strangers here, maybe I should say hello and get to know them, before just attacking straight away. Like, we don't even understand what's happened with this Minotaur. Well, I don't know. We can look up the stories, but imagine that ticket inspector. Maybe he didn't want to be a ticket inspector, but the pay's damn good, and the job's kind of easy. Just enforce your authority upon others and you get paid the good bucks. Is that what it is? Do they get paid well? Or is it a sense of honor and duty? Oof. Do we have compassion to that? Have I even explained the idea of compassion? It's when we share love to a stranger or to someone else who is not even in our close vicinity. They can be in our close vicinity, but it's the idea of openly sharing love, and not even for something in return. It's just a complete favor. It's a favor to the outside world. Isn't that what compassion is? It's not very compassionate if you're expecting something in return. I mean, you can expect something in return for being compassionate. Maybe it's not wholesomely compassionate when, for example, oh, you know what? I'm going to donate to charity. Because when everyone sees me donate to charity, they're going to think, oh man, he's so compassionate. And that fame and popularity that I get from that, I'm going to love that. So you know what? I'm definitely going to do it. I mean, they were being compassionate because at least they're still, making the moves. Maybe the intentions weren't wholesome or compassionate enough. The ideal idea of it is not about give and take, but it's just give. Love. Because that's what love is. Love is to give. It's not about desire. Love is about giving. Compassion is about giving. And sadly, we all know the benefits of being compassionate. You get given love back, or the universal energies will pick up on that loving frequency that you emit and try to balance it out with putting love your way. Because it's all about balance, Fair enough, there is the expectation. That's why it's not such a bad... That's why I don't completely disagree with, people that donate to charity and I'm going to get popular and stuff. Because in a sense, whatever we do in our lives, whatever we give out, something has to balance it out and return back to us. For example, if I spread hate forward in front of me, I'd be a fool if I didn't expect hate to come back my way. Or malice and harm. If I spread the idea of causing harm, for some reason, the universe will eventually bring it back to me. Everybody thinks we get away with ill intentions, or we can possibly get away with ill intentions. Maybe we don't see how the universe rebalances the omitted frequencies we give out, the omitted energies. And at the same time, maybe we don't see how the rebalance of beautiful, compassionate energies thrown out there, emitted out into space and time, are rebalanced and returned in our realm. Am I using the right terminology when we omit? Is it gravitated back to us? Or is it omitted back to us? Let's not worry about that. I will get deeper into those terminologies and the physics of what I like to call energenomics. I don't know. I came up with some term. Anyway, this is getting confusing. Let's just get back to the Minotaur. Sadly, I don't have any messages. You know what? I got some messages. Sometimes, and I probably said it with my long ass explanation, sometimes we don't see why people do what they do. Sometimes we don't understand why someone might be a certain way, whether it be the duty or role or job they have, or maybe just their behavior. I admit I don't like being around angry people or people that swear and use profanity a lot. I don't like that because I don't like the feelings it gives me. And so I do stay away from that. But I at least try to be understanding to maybe why are they that way? Like, why does this guy always swear? Or why does she always swear? And sometimes I'm a bit firm and I'm like, hey, stop swearing or don't swear. And then people question me back like, why? What? What's wrong with swearing? I do explain that when we use profanity, our bodies recognize it as a signal of we are in a stressful situation. And a lot of us out there do swear unnecessarily. We use profane language unnecessarily. And it does have the power to trick our bodies into perceiving that we are in a immediate stressful situation. Even when someone else swears, your body can somehow pick up, oh, whoa, he just swore. That's an alert. That's me being warned that there's a stressful situation. I don't know. That's why I'm not into swearing and all that. But besides that, we have to understand that sometimes people aren't taught the consequences of what their regular behavior is. Not that what I explained just there is the solid facts. Like, every time you swear, it's going to create stress within our energies. Not all the time, but it is an evident effect. As I said, one of my crafts is, besides divination, is communication. I'm not sure if I've been divinating anything at this moment, but I feel that the messages I do want to discuss are about how we perceive and what compassion can do. See, when we try to understand why someone behaves the way they do, why is this person always so angry or aggressive, or why does he respond this way to that, and we try to have an understanding to it, we stop throwing others into a particular default category that maybe they don't need to be boxed into. Maybe we see that there's a chance for them to maybe be enlightened about their behaviors or their actions or their characteristics. And with that chance for enlightenment, there's a chance for change. I know not all people change. I know it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks. But with a bit of compassion, there's at least that chance. Isn't that what's beautiful about compassion? That chance that you could change someone's life, or that you give someone the opportunity to change their own life. Because without compassion, those opportunities, those windows, those doorways, those paths, they're less likely to exist. So when we talk about compassion, maybe we are talking about the opportunity for us as gods of this realm to create opportunities for others, for them to grow, for them to become more enlightened, for them to possibly spread that frequency and vibration of compassion out more. And then maybe we'll hear fewer cries, fewer wails of despair. Maybe we'll see more smiles. Maybe we'll hear fewer people swearing and using profane language. Maybe we will finally reach heaven. I've been there before. I did decide to leave heaven. And I gave up my wings. But that was a long time ago. My apologies for not exactly divinating anything in particular. No particular messages. But this message is simple, especially in terms of compassion. Look, at first glance, it's scary. But when you stop for a second and look, man, that bull, that head of the bull, that's sad. And look at the chick at the back, man. Is she bleed? There's some red all around the floor. Like, did the bull do that? You know, when we run into the situation, we see, oh, bull, looks angry, looks aggressive. Oh, bleeding chick and the back. We might think, oh, we know who did what. But we don't understand the situation completely. Maybe a compassionate mindset could save others from the injustice that they are served, or from being wrongly accused. I've been wrongly accused many times in my life. Many a times. In the outside world, I look like the Minotaur, while the rest of y'all civilians look like that chick with blood on the dance floor. Like, you don't know what she did or who did what. All you guys do is make quick judgments, quick, inaccurate, unjust judgments. And maybe compassion could save a lot of innocent lives. Maybe compassion could create more doors to a more beautiful world. I'm not sure if this is how I wanted the Monday mind feel to go, but I've rambled on long enough. Let's leave it there, guys. And I hope to further refine and define what this Monday mind feel should be. And we'll continue next week, in week 2 of 2023. Spread that compassion, baby.